Hello, the game has started. It's me to go first. I have a vowel heavy rack. I have ho-aid for 26. Not a good pickup. I have duplicate U now. I should be able to get rid of both U's, hopefully. A play of voodoo would be good. Bolted is good. Clears out the rack. A U, not a great tile. Okay, opponent keeps the board tight. I have doubt here for 23. Is there a 4-timer through the LO? Not that I can see. I have Bud here, or Dub. Not Dub, sorry. Bud. Budo for 29. That looks fine. I'll draw the J. So still a long way off from a bingo here. Fuji. Opponent plays Code. Lobe. I don't have a hook for Lobe, unfortunately. Does this hotspot provide an opportunity for me? Not seeing anything. I don't have a way of getting the J tripled because I have nothing for playing. Well, I have an A, but I can't get a J play ending in A, I don't think. I have Ouija. 24. Is there definitely no J-O play here? Joel. Yes, that'll work. For 40. Not a good pickup. Still struggling with a shortage of vowels. Lobes and Swift for 36. And opponent's play of Yon doesn't seem to offer any great options for me. I have Win, W-I-N-N, but I'm going with Swift. That's a better pickup. I finally draw into bingo territory, although not many lanes to play off of. I do have in turn under Swift and above the T of Swift. But the key question is, I was going to say, do I have a 9-timer? No front hooks for Code. I don't think it takes an S. Anyway, does this M provide opportunity to bingo onto this trip. Not seeing anything from the M. Just have this bad cough at the moment, so apologies for the muting every few seconds. Okay, not seeing anything there. I think in turn maybe something through this U. It's got to be an unword, surely. I can't see it. In turn it is. I draw a fairly balanced rack, some heavy weights, wive and swive are both good. Have I provided a super useful floater for opponent to bingo through? Time will tell. Okay, he doesn't bingo. Now I have view here. Let's see what the leave looks like. Not bad, CES. That's 23. What about 32? Opponent can bingo onto the S. Bit of a hotspot parallel. Do I go for the extra points? Or, better yet, is there something through the R or the T? Like a four-timer? I could play views here. That'll kill 3 lanes for 30. And it actually takes out the N as well. Views for 30. Yeah, I'll go with this. Forces opponent to bingo in column N or onto this N or from the M at the bottom, which I'll be likely to be shutting down soon as well. Now, okay, opponent plays pain there. Looking at cue plays, equally for 19. Yeah, this looks alright. Oh. Okay, I do have an O for playing under the eye. O-hone is good for 38. Okay, opponent takes that spot. That's a shame. I can't really take advantage of... I do have oo here for 26, which seems acceptable. Good rack leave. I think I'll go with this. I don't have an S for hooking on. Not a good pickup after keeping C-A-N-E. I've drawn... Yeah, I thought opponent would get in there, and he got in there for 43. So that was painful. I guess I could have played hen or something underneath there. H-E-N. Maybe I should have, but the rack leave wouldn't have been great. Anyway, let's go with canted. I know it takes an S, but I just got to keep the score. Outrage. I've got to keep the score ticking along. So does outrage or ragood onto a D? Outrange. Oh, the N is just in the wrong spot, as is this N. Outrange. It's one square out of range there. Okay. Ken, that takes an S. Does it take anything else? Skin and let's put the cat amongst the pigeons. Oh, that is tricky. He's got the case S, I believe. Do I just play something like go there? That'll scupper his plans. Scanted is still available. Yeah, I think I'll go with this. I know I sacrificed score to do that, but I believe he has got an S. Okay, he's played Via. I have Vergate and Vittridge, but do I have a 8? And does the N assist? What about Vittridge? Expedites the end of the game. Doesn't give back any hot X spots. Gives me a chance to pick up the X. But can I rather get rid of the U? Vega. No, that's an X hotspot waiting to happen. Vittridge. I draw the X and the blank. Interesting. What can I do with the X? Opponent plays quickly. I've got Yanks. I've got Gox. He's going out next turn. Actually, maybe Yanks here. This will score enough. 36. Yeah, I don't think he'll score 36 on his next turn. So I'll go with this. There probably is a better play, but let's see what happens. I have Teo here if opponent doesn't go out. I have Goa. I have OE here actually. So OE or Teo first, obviously, as the primary move. Secondary will be OE. Yeah, he goes out. Not quite enough to win. Thank my opponent for the game, and let's have a look at what we missed. Wow, that was close at the end there. And it was me to go first. Hoade seems fine for 26. Ood was 22. Yeah, but that's fine. Aleph for 24. First letter of the Hebrew alphabet. Aleph, and that's 29. Budo for 29 seems fine here. Code for 19 or Ecod for 20. Not much in it. Joel for 40 or Fuji for 37 with a better rack leave. 10H. I did identify the word Fuji, but I didn't think of Doff. Of course, yeah, Fuji would have been nice, but happy with Joel because it did take out a hotspot as well. Yarn for 28 seems fine. Swift for 36, best play there. And Phantom was best for opponent for 33 at H11. Now, Tinners, interns, there were a few. Nutrient, I knew there was something through the U. Nothing from the M, so I don't feel terrible for having missed. But Runniest as well, not exposing the trip lane, but scoring more than intern and not leaving a floater hanging out there. So a little bit of a miss there. Probe for 24. Moby for 24. That seems okay. View for 23 at N4. Now I did consider this, but I thought, the E, the T, they were such useful floaters in the N, and I thought if I can get 30 points, why not take out 3 useful floaters in the process? So that was my thinking, although View with the rack leave, I guess, yields a better equity score. Pain again for 18 with a very strong rack leave. So that was a good play. And then sank 13F. Getting the Q doubled. But look how heavy the vowel consonant balance wasn't great. So yeah, I just thought take out the U and the M, and then there are very few floaters left to work with on the board. So that was my thinking there. Opponent had equalizer for 54, which was a nice extension. And here I was thinking maybe hen would have been best, but who, where was who? N6, above. N6, next to the M. That's a good score, but then this is pretty hot, this corner, so, but look at I did actually have that rack leave when I played U, but it just so happens opponent had the S. There were two to come, and maybe I should really have addressed the hotness of this corner. So play of hen, maybe. Anyway, I went with U, and then list for 43. Opponent burns the S. There was a 38-point play with this at 012. Okay, but not quite getting the trip, but a good rack leave. But list seems fine. Now Kang for 28, where was that? 6B. Okay, making Na and globes. That's quite nice actually, with DET rack leave. What did I go with? Canted for 31. Yeah, I just wanted to keep on piling the score on. So Ken for 23 here for opponent. And Aguna onto Na. Aguna and Agunot. Noth, I think, is good. Agunot. Anyway, that was best. There wasn't anything fantastic on offer, so I went with Go because I really felt opponent had a sneaky setup, and I just want to see. When he played Ken here, he actually didn't have the S, so that was a bit of a gamble, and I'm almost sure Ken does take an S. Now opponent did draw the S here after I played Go. Verist for 40. That was 1J. Yes, getting the scanted hook, which he did not seem to take advantage of. Versed also good. And he went with Via. But actually, if he played Versed or Verist, he would have taken the lead. Yeah, by about, well, marginal lead, but still a lead. So I wonder what the right play there would have been for him. Anyway, nothing great on offer after opponent played Vi. I had Gu and and Ug. I went with Vitrage because I did identify some goodies in the pool. X and the blank and the S. And some scoring tiles. So I thought just go for tile turnover, and yeah, that was my thinking. But Vitrage actually didn't sim very highly. It had a 9. But I guess they're not taking into account the plan to extract the goodies from the pool. The analyzer doesn't really factor that in. So anyway, I went with Vitrage, and then Peggy for 42 at H1 was close to best. Prize for 43 at 1K. Again, the scanted hook. Peggy was pretty decent though, and then Yanks was best from this position for 36. I thought there might be a fancier X play somewhere, but Yanks and Lanks were the top ones. And actually, maybe Lanks would have been better because I could have played Euro if opponent didn't go out. Anyway, that was semantics because I don't think opponent had a winning play. He had a 16-point play at 1N, which just wouldn't have done it for him because he wouldn't have gone out, and then I had Teo for about 20 or so, 18. So I think the game was won at that stage, and then opponent went out with Erst. So that was the end of the game. Yeah, pretty good game. One or two misses, but pretty close and exciting at the end there. Hope you enjoyed watching that game, and I will see you next time.